I was popping. We're going for a back to back. Big Rich in the building. Queens light up. You know what I'm saying? You know how we do, blow some smoke in the atmosphere. Don't be a cheap fuck your whole life. You can't smoke fucking Reggies. You can't smoke Reggies forever. You know what I'm saying? You got to step your game up. Now, last night's show. I didn't get a chance to talk about it in the first video. Last night's show. The one that we did on Saturday night where we went live and it says Saturday Night Cypher, blow some smoke in the air, special guest, Rosina Madonna. Now, there was a lot of speculation to if she was Matthew Madonna's daughter or not. We're doing a lot of talking with Shattered all day. First of all, Shattered wants to throw respect and say thank you for calling in. Thank you for being part of the show. Thank you for subscribing to the channel and being a supporter. Second of all, I'm just going to say, let me speak for myself. I believe her, and I think she is Matthew Madonna's daughter. The most important thing to get out of this is that we all see eye to eye on the fact that we want Matthew to come home, okay? So if you guys didn't hear the show, go back and listen to the show. She sent me a lot of pictures. There was a, email sent back and forth from other members of the family, all supporting Regina and vouching for who she was. With that being said, it's not important who she is. It is important that we all see eye to eye on the fact that we want Matthew Madonna to come home, and that's it. Big Rich believes her, and I think it made for a great show. So if you did not see it, if you did not hear the show last night, please go check out the show. The girl's going through a lot right now, okay? And so is the whole family. So we put respect on everybody's name. And we really, really hope that the jury in this case sees through the snitches and the fucking lies and the desperation of the feds. And they send these good guys home, all right? Let's get down to business. First of all, you know who the team is and you know who brings it to you. You understand? 13 hours, Mr. Paints. 11:09. 13 hours. But you know what? Business before pleasure. I got some hanging chicken wings for dinner. I can't wait. I'm starving. Like Marvin. But let's go. We got business to take care of. You know how we do. Scott Bernstein or Bernstein. We throw respect on your name. Trick or treat, Philly mob style. Aspiring Don Skinny Joey made presence felt in 89. Halloween hit attempt. The Skinny Joey era of the Philadelphia Mafia began with a gun blast 30 years ago this week, when, according to FBI informants, Joseph Skinny Joey Merlino pumped 8 shots from a MAC-10 machine pistol into friend-turned-rival Nicky Scarfo Jr. as he ate spaghetti and clams at the old-school South Philly dining staple Dante and Luigi's on Halloween night 1989. What were you doing Halloween night 1989? I know I was in the streets with a gang of people throwing eggs and shaving cream. That's how we did in New York City back in the days when Halloween was fun. Anyway, can you remember what you were doing in Halloween 1989 for my American listeners that live in America? Halloween 1989. Think about it as you light up and blow some smoke in the atmosphere. Scarfo Jr., son of the then jailed Don Nicodemo Little Nicky Scarfo, survived the attack, but the attempt on his life made it clear it was a new in the Philly mob and Skinny Joey was making a play for power. Merlino, 57, was never arrested for attack and went to serve a short prison sentence for the armored truck heist and then became boss of the Bruno Scarfo family himself in the 1990s, a job he still holds today. Per informants, Skinny Joey plotted to kill Scarfo Jr. again after he took over the Philly mob. The 54-year-old Scarfo Jr. was eventually made into New York's Lucchese crime family via an arrangement brokered by his father from behind bars. He was convicted in federal court in 2014 for mortgage fraud and racketeering and sentenced to 35 years in prison. Little Nicky Scarfo died of natural causes in 2017 at 87, having spent the final 30 years of his life locked up in a federal correctional facility. The Little Nicky Scarfo era in the Philly underworld was hectic, hell-raising, and blood-ridden, a throwback to Prohibition and the brash, headline-grabbing antics of Scarfo's gangland idol Al Scarface Capone. Scarfo assumed power in 1981 and killed indiscriminately. Salvatore Chucky Merlino, Skinny Joey's father, was Scarfo's close friend and underboss. Skinny Joey and Nicky Jr. palled around together quite a bit until Little Nicky and Chucky Merlino had a falling out and Little Nicky demoted the elder Merlino from his underboss post. When Scarfo and his mob entire administration, including Chucky Merlino, were indicted in a giant murder and racketeering case in 1987, and with them off the streets, the crime family instantly split into two factions. One supporting the imprisoned Scarfo, who delegated his authority through his son and his uncle and acting boss Anthony Tony Buck Piccolo, and the other supporting the Young Turk camp led by Skinny Joey Merlino and his best friend Michael Mikey Chang Chiacaglini, son of Scarfo era capo Joseph Chicky Ciancaglini. Skinny Joey and Mikey Chang began going after Scarfo protected bookies and loan sharks within weeks of Little Nicky getting put in the can. Mikey Chang is alleged to have driven the getaway car in the Halloween night hit on Scarfo Jr. According to witnesses, on the evening of October 31st, 1989, a man wearing a Batman mask and carrying a shopping bag filled with candy entered Dante and Luigi's, went over to where Scarfo was in the middle of his meal, and unloaded a clip into him from his Mac 10. The gunman dropped the Mac 10 at the scene, Michael Corleone style, a move some say was a message to Little Nicky in prison because of Scarfo's love of the film The Godfather. Dante and Luigi's was opened by the DiRocco family in the early 1900s. In the first 35 years of existence, it had a different name. The historic restaurant rests on the corner of 10th and Catherine Street in South Philly's Bella Vista neighborhood. Scarfo Jr. made a full recovery and after a 2-week hospital stay took cover behind his great uncle Tony Piccolo. He was jailed himself for racketeering and did 4 years in federal prison in the 1990s, 1993 to 1997. Meanwhile, Skinny Joey Merlino was climbing his way to the top of the crime family by sheer will, securing backing from Ralph Natale, an old-time labor union fixer and mob hitman he met behind prison walls in the early 1990s. Merlino and Mikey Chang went to war with Scarfo's successor, Sicilian-born John Stanfa, for the rackets in South Philly. Natale provided them a cosign from the Colombo and Genovese families in New York. Mikey Chang was slain as a result of the warfare, gunned down in front of Merlino in the summer of 1993. Upon Stanfa being indicted and jailed for murder and racketeering in the spring of 1994, Merlino declared victory. Skinny Joey hasn't let the reins gone since. Talley turned against him in 1999 and testified against him at a 2001 murder and racketeering trial. Disgracia! Convicted of racketeering but acquitted of the homicide counts, Merlino did 12 years in prison and walked free in 2011. Nailed on a gambling offense last year, he just finished a short stay at a South Federal Correctional Facility and is currently residing in a Miami halfway house. Another great article. Salute to all the listeners. Thank you for listening. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Go listen to last night's show. Very, very interesting. Because she had no problem answering questions that the audience had. The dates matched up. She was sending me pictures of herself, of her dad and her mom. Of course, I asked her permission before putting all those pictures up. So yeah, I just want to say, Rosina, thank you for listening to the show. We are behind you 100%. We have respect for you and your family, and we really hope your dad comes home soon, all right? Salute to everybody. Thank you for listening. And, of course, here's a picture of Dante and Luigi's Corona di Ferro Ristorante or Trattoria. How do you say it? Trattoria. Everybody have a great evening. Talk to you soon.